All right, we want to run it back right quick. Knicks on the road, taking on the Bucks. Both of these squads coming off of losses. Giannis talking about y'all in my house. We're getting calm. Look at Ben Stiller, Zoolander, tweeting in. Jalen Brunson was balling, though.
Yeah, he was.
He is good at that.
I hope he's healthy.
Yeah, we actually have a video of the injury a little bit later, but Brunson again going to knock down the three.
And that's one of those plays. Like, you don't have to be ball dominant. Swing, it gets some open
Then you got to
shots.
deal with this.
Jeez, cheat
That's,
code.
that's not even fair, man. Just load all 5 guys up in the paint.
I'd rather you foul him at the elbow.
Yo.
For real.
Knicks led it by 12 at the half, and then Giannis started to take over for sure.
Giannis is locked in.
He had it on his mind. I mean, there's nothing you can do when he's under the basket. He's so long, he's athletic.
Tell him again.
No Kevin Porter Jr. tonight, so guess what? Ryan Rollins was in the building.
My guy, starting point guard for the Milwaukee Bucks. Come on, Doc.
He's a rob.
Sign him up.
Rollins with 25 points. Giannis is still spinning. They dancing. This was tough to watch. Jalen Brunson. Melo, you called it. It looked like he got hurt on the play before.
Yes.
And then we saw him there going down.
That hamstring gave out.
Yep.
When you got the groin and the hamstring dealing with that, it's tough.
And at this point when he goes down, they were tied up at 103. Brunson does come back into the game, though. And Giannis is like, doesn't matter.
Bad
Yeah.
defense. There's no need to guard him out there.
Yeah.
How many threes has he shown that he's hit in his career way out
He
there?
ain't hesitant three in a long time.
Fourth straight 30-point game for Giannis. He has 37, 8, and 7. Brunson with 36 points. 23 of those points were in the first half. And that's just the first half of your NBA Coast to Coast on a beautiful Tuesday night. We're going to end our night at the Chase Center hanging out with the Clippers and the Warriors. James Harden in his 17th season. Are there some grays in that beard? Just a few.
Naps.
Okay, it's getting speckly.
Hanging the beard. So good.
Peacock Scorecard, it's a fresh way to get into the action. It's like fantasy sports meets bingo. You choose your card, track your picks in real time, and see how you rank against other fans nationwide. Get your card locked in now on Peacock TV or on the Peacock mobile app. All right, and maybe you'll have Kawhi Leonard on your scorecard. Kawhi playing well and staying healthy right now. 50 points so far in 2 games.
Love the way he's playing. I mean, this guy's a great defender, a efficient offensive player that is very technical on how he gets his offensive game off. It's good to see him healthy in the beginning of the season, man.
And he's calculated.
Yeah.
And I would add this one. Kawhi is like locked in.
Yeah,
Like the game slow down for everybody else.
sure.
Right, and he's able to kind of dominate the game. So I just love to see him happy. I love to see him back out there on the court. And, you know, let's get to it, Kawhi.
Yeah, coming off 30 points, 10 rebounds against Portland on Sunday. And then Steph Curry, only 16 points against the Grizzlies. But we've already seen him, you know, drop a 40-piece, drop a 30-piece, drop a 20-piece. So you never know what to expect when you got Steph Curry in the building.
I mean, currently 11th in scoring, has a game with 14 three-point attempts. So look for him to be an aggressive player, particularly in transition, creating turnovers, getting out, doing what he does, cooking.
They better, hey, I tell you what, they better have a young person chasing him.
The reason he says that, though, earlier in the pregame show, we did have a graphic that said these are the 2 oldest teams in the NBA. Clippers lead it, and then the Warriors. What do you think will be the difference in this game, Melo?
I think today is like control versus chaos. Like the Warriors is chaotic. Steph is moving his pace. He's coming off pin downs. You got to chase him around. You got to be locked in for 48 minutes. And the Clippers, they want to control the game. James want to control the pace. He want to control the pick and roll. Kawhi want to control the game so he can get to his spots. So I just think it's a contrast of personalities.
Can Draymond control his emotions? They're going to need him to be involved, obviously defensively, but he has to stay locked in and stay in the moment. They can't have him getting technicals and or getting thrown out.
I want to see how Kuminga acts, you know, against a veteran team.
Yeah.
He had a great game against Memphis, 25-10. So I want to see how he recovers after having a good game against a really good team.
And you got to guard. You got to guard.
Yeah. Young kids, he's a dog right now. All right, we've got a West Coast clash by the Bay. If you're watching on NBC, switch over to Peacock. You can catch the game. If you're already on Peacock, stay right there. Clippers visiting the Warriors. Next is Terry Gannon, Grant Hill, and Grant Liftman. We will see you at the half. And boys, y'all did a good job laying out so I can say all that.
No, P,
Proud of y'all.
Good, that's
That's a lot
good.
of
We
G's
follow
right there.
directions.
Right? Yeah.
stars for you on Sunday Night Football.
Only the Celtics and Lakers have won more NBA titles than the Warriors, whose most recent run of championship excellence has been led by Steph Curry. By acclamation, the greatest shooter the game has ever known, Curry has 4 rings, and in this, his 17th NBA season, he's off to another tremendous start.
Curry from half court, and he hit it!
The LA Clippers have never made the NBA Finals, though they have defeated Golden State in their last 7 meetings. Once consistently in the shadow of the Lakers, the Clippers have been a playoff fixture over the last decade behind a collection of stars.
The lob. Let's go!
But none were able to break through for the franchise's first championship. Tonight, it's the first of 4 meetings for what's become one of the Western Conference's best rivalries. It's the Clippers and the Warriors. The NBA on NBC. Next.
This is the NBA on NBC. Tonight, the Los Angeles Clippers visit the Golden State Warriors. It's Coast to Coast Tuesday, presented by Kia.
We bring you out west to the Bay Area of California for a Pacific Division rivalry with no shortage of stars in either lineup. The Chase Center here in San Francisco, as Bob Costas just reminded us, home to a franchise that has captured 7 titles dating back to their days in Philadelphia. Tonight, it's the LA Clippers in town to take on the Golden State Warriors. And hi, everybody, along with the Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Terry Gannon. Grant Liffman joins us in a bit. Grant, we've got primetime players on a primetime stage tonight. No shortage of stars for either team. They are deep, they are experienced. Both teams think that they can contend out west, perhaps win a title. How legitimate is that thought?
Well, first of all, there's a lot of stars in the building, and I'm not just saying that because Terry Gannon is here. There are future Hall of Famers, some Finals MVPs, some league MVPs in the building, but tremendous experience on both ball clubs for a Finals run this season. Of course, they got to get to the Finals, and every game in the regular season is important, but championship expectations, because of that experience, talent, and depth, important on display.
Well, the rivalry, it's been all Clippers as of late. 7 straight wins over the Golden State Warriors. They figured them out somehow, including a big win, the final game of the regular season last year, which sent the Warriors to the play-in.
Yeah, last year the Clippers defensively really did a great job against the Warriors. The Warriors expect them to try to get out in transition here tonight.
Stars everywhere you look here, and they're getting set inside the Chase Center, and big names like James Harden, who is the engine for the Clippers. How about Jimmy Butler controlling things for the Warriors? Kawhi Leonard finally healthy, and Steph Curry doing Steph things in the early season. Here we go. Area on a beautiful night in California as we check out our DraftKings player tracker. James Harden, Stephen Curry. What do you think, Grant?
Well, Terry, both these guys, 2 former MVPs capable of putting up big numbers, playing big. This divisional opponent, they will come to play here tonight. So expect big things from both James Harden and Stephen Curry.
DraftKings, the #1 sports book for live betting. To get in on the action, download the app and use promo code DUNK when you sign up. Inside the Chase Center, 18,000 plus. Now the sellout crowd here. They sell out every single game for the Warriors here in San Francisco. No doubt for this one. You got the Clippers in town. Let's check out the starting lineups for the visitors here. Brought to you by Kia.
Kawhi Leonard, San Diego State. Derrick Jones Jr., UNLV. Ivica Zubac, Croatia. Bogdan Bogdanovic, Partizan Belgrade, Serbia. James Harden, Arizona State.
So Bradley Beal out tonight with back soreness. Bogdan Bogdanovic getting this start. Played well in the last game. 6th year at the helm for the Clippers. Tyronn Lue, one of the best in the business. His record there. So he certainly had Golden State's number as of late. Those 7 straight wins, including 4 last season. Now, the home team and the Warriors, the starting lineup beginning, of course, with the hype video.
Nation, are you ready? Warrior fans, it's go time. Let's get hyped and make some noise. Get up on your feet and greet your Golden State Warriors. In his 14th year, from Michigan State, number 23, Draymond Green. Playing his 5th season from the Democratic Republic of Congo, number 1, Jonathan Kuminga. In his 2nd year from Boston College, number 21, Quentin Pulse. Playing in his 15th year from Tomball, Texas, number 10, Jimmy Butler III. And now in his 17th NBA season, out of Davidson, number 30, Stephen Curry. The Warriors head coach is Steve Kerr.
More NBA titles over the course of that last decade plus. The Warriors at home, the Chase Center to the LA Clippers rivalry. Curry, Jimmy Butler, got James Harden, Zubac, Kawhi Leonard, all the established names right here getting set for the opening tip inside the Chase Center in San Francisco. Early season as the Clippers come in 2-1, lost the opener on the road to Utah, really were blown out, but come back and won 2 in a row. In Golden State 3-1, had a win last night against the Grizzlies here. So they go back to back. Al Horford did not play last night. Expect to see him. But a change in the starting lineup. Quinton Post getting the start instead of Brandon Podziemski. What do you make of that?
Well, Zubac last year gave Golden State a lot of trouble. Draymond Green has guarded centers this season, with Steve Kerr opting for Post to bring some size to match up with Zubac.
Curtis Blair, Brent Barnaky, and JT Orr, the officiating crew here tonight in the Bay Area. And underway, Golden State controlling the opening tip. So Curry gives it off to Draymond Green. All that experience with Green and Curry, and now the first full season with Jimmy Butler, this man out top.
And what a difference Butler made when he came over in that trade. Right away, Draymond Green showing the range from downtown.
Zubac a little bit late getting out, and the 9th three-pointer on the season for Draymond Green. Bogdan Bogdanovic guarded by Steph Curry here, and you've got Jonathan Kuminga, who's had a great start to the season, matched up here with Harden. Bogdanovic down to 5 on the shot clock. Butler on him. Kawhi isolated with Steph, going to operate, pump fake. Kuminga clears it. It's done a great job of rebounding, too.
And right away, pace is going to play a big factor in this matchup. The Clippers want to slow things down. Of course, Golden State. Oh!
Got excited there for a minute, didn't you?
I mean, back-to-back 3 attempts from Draymond, but that's what he does well. His passing and playmaking, particularly at the top of the key there.
And Butler getting open along the baseline with the backdoor cut. So it'll be interesting throughout the season to see that chemistry develop. On the other side, Ty Lue said it's going to take about 15, 20 games before their chemistry comes together, the rotations come together. A whistle and a foul. I believe Draymond over the top is first.
Foul number 23, Draymond Green. First personal,
Well, you said it best. I mean, it's going to take some time, some new faces, new additions that were brought in by Lawrence Frank and the Clippers, really to add some more depth and experience. And sort of Ty Lue talked about figuring out how to match all those pieces together. It's going to take time.
Zubac, who averaged a double-double last year, looking for his first this season. Left hand, little jump hook, rattles it in.
And he is so good around the basket. Great touch. He's extended his range on those jump hooks.
Averaging about 16.7 rebounds a game. Post his first look. In and out. Zubac's trying to start the break. How about pace of this game? What are we looking at?
Yeah, well, you know, the Clippers are more methodical, kind of more isolation, as you see right there. James Harden creating opportunities. And Bogdanovich, wide open, continues to struggle with his shooting. But the Clippers want to slow things down. Of course, the Warriors want to play fast, kind of a organized chaos, if you will, with the speed and the passing on this team.
With Jimmy Butler being the control there, as Steve Kerr tells us. He hopes, at least.
Exactly. I like the quote that he used. He counteracted the craziness, Jimmy Butler.
And the chaos, yeah. Steph's first look, little strong. Here comes Kawhi. Clippers so happy he is finally healthy to start his season, which was not the case last year.
Yeah, playing 32 minutes a game, looks good, moving well. It'll be important to stay healthy for him and this team throughout the year.
Leonard spins in the lane over Butler. Pretty move, Kawhi Leonard.
And that matchup there, Butler and Kawhi Leonard, two savvy pros, know how to manipulate the game, and Kawhi looked good on that play.
22 points a game so far in the young season for the 14th year veteran out of San Diego State. And they left Green open again. So that Zubac, watch that matchup and whether he comes out to challenge. Kuminga, the spin, step, foul, bucket to the free throw line.
And how about that, Terry? Kuminga, they isolate him, clear the entire side out, let him go one-on-one against Harden. Obviously, Harden giving up some size there. And the confidence of Kuminga to start this season, 18 points a game, and he's rebounding much better than he has in the past at 8 rebounds a game as well.
Got the contract worked out. That was one of the big issues and all the talk coming in through the preseason. And would they sign him or not? Got that worked out. And boy, he has been great to start the season. And most likely will be a starter going forward. Zubac with Post trying to body him. Did. Tipped out. Officials look at each other, going to stay at this end.
And Post did a good job doing his work early. Zubac trying to get position, rolling to the basket. You got to meet him early. Keep Zubac out of his sweet spot there around the rim.
Clippers, one of the weaknesses early on, the turnovers that they've had early on, 19 a game.
Yeah, and that's been one characteristic of this team.
Harden gets it and the foul on Kuminga. James Harden, how?
Well, we've seen a lot of that over the last decade plus from James Harden. He gets to that left hand, just has a way of drawing the foul, kind of throwing his body into Kuminga on the move. To be able to concentrate and still have the touch while having that contact there is so impressive with Harden.
22 points, 10 assists a game so far for Harden. And gets the free throw as well. So we're tied up at 7 in the early going. Got the switch. Bogdanovich switch again. Zubac with the length. Doesn't matter. Steph Curry from long range. What a start to the season he's had, too. And one of the positives for the Warriors last night, they had 4 players with 20-plus points. Steph was not one of them. They still won the game. Zubac surrounded Derrick Jones Jr., who has expanded his range so far this year.
And he's worked at that three-point shot, shooting with much more confidence. Didn't make that one, but you said it best. The Warriors, they played last night. No one played any heavy minutes. That may help them here.
Kawhi post high into the air for the rebound. Draymond looking to push. They'll set things up. Backdoor cut. Curry got right past Bogdanovich. Great look from Kuminga.
Yeah, and that's a part of Kuminga's game where he's getting better. It's not just looking to score, but decision-making, a beautiful pass there, showing his value in multiple ways.
Bogdanovich from long range didn't draw iron that time. So Golden State, who started the game 5 of 8 from the floor. Steph leaves it for Draymond. That was too easy. Timeout, Clippers. 7-0 run for Golden State to double them up. Tied up at 7. It's 14-7 Golden State here at home. I'd like to tell you from the network that brought you The Office and Parks and Rec comes a brand new season of TV's Feel Better comedy. St. Denis Medical premieres Monday on NBC and Peacock. So Golden State on a run right now, 6 of 9 from the floor. They've had 4 layups already and 4 assists from 4 different people.
Well, it's the ball movement, player movement. That's how they play, and unselfishness on display.
Nicholas Batum off the bench now on the floor for the Clippers. Harden underneath. They eventually swing it. Batum comes right in, knocks one down from three-point range.
And I like that play out of the timeout from T. Lue right there. Some ball movement, player movement. Maybe the best possession thus far from the Clippers.
Curry off the heel. Zubac, as the Clippers just ended that 7-0 run by the Warriors. Kuminga trying to stay with Harden. Jones way off. Can't buy it from three-point range other than Batum coming off the bench right now.
Yeah, 1 for 6 from 3 for the Clippers, but this dribble handoff gets Harden in the paint. And Derrick Jones diving, just unselfish play. There was some energy and some movement on that possession, which led to that open 3 from Batum.
Buddy Hield, the 10th-year man out of Oklahoma, now in for Golden State. Looking to get things going from three-point range. He really hadn't yet this year. Post just did, though. Top of the key jumper and in.
And Zubac is going to stay down in the paint right there. So Post confidently knocking down that 3. That may open things up.
Backdoor, Harden, kick it out, Batum. Not this time. And Post with the rebound, really key for them last year. Both of these teams really down the stretch last year were very good. 2 of the better teams. Quentin Post again from distance. Four of 8 beyond the arc for Golden State. The Clippers just 1 of 7, so they go inside, back out. Zubac got the bump from Post out of bounds.
Well, the last few possessions, Post right here, great awareness, so much attention on Curry. Just kicks it out to Post, steps up, knocks it down, and then the very next possession, the awareness, knowing Post had just hit a three-pointer, finding him for the open three-pointer. So Post, I think, really brought in for his defense and size against Zubac early on here, having an impact on the offensive end.
Speaking of defense and helping with the handle, Chris Dunn in off the bench. Derrick Jones Jr. goes to the bench. 6 on the shot clock for the Clips. Harden over Post, wanted to get the foul, he got it. Steve Kerr saying the kick out.
Yeah, and usually Steve Kerr is pretty composed over there on the sidelines, but he was adamant that there was no foul. I could not see from that angle. The question was Post in the landing area.
Got to give him a spot to land, right?
And I think Kerr is saying that Harden kicked out with his left leg.
This has been known to happen, but did he have a chance to taking a look at the player tracker from DraftKings, Grant?
And Terry, both these guys here, everything runs through them for
After
their teams.
review,
And early on,
the
looks like
contest
Stephen
was
Curry
illegal
with
by post.
some shooting
Therefore,
and assists
the challenge will be
ahead of
successful.
Harden early in this game.
DraftKings, the #1
It will
sports
be a
book for
jump ball
live betting. To
center circle
get in
any
on
two.
the action, download the app. Use promo code DUNK when you sign up. Coach's challenge from Steve Kerr, and the call was overturned. It was successful. So the kick out called on James Harden.
Steve Kerr back to his calm and composed self after that review. Successful challenge.
So they jump it up, and it will be Golden State ball. On a 13-3 run right now.
Interesting. Zubac's now guarding Kuminga. They put Batum, who's more depth, now switch.
Kuminga trying to take him right to the hoop. He does. Boy, he has been aggressive in the early going and in the early season.
He's just confident and composed out there. Like, not out of control, just reading the defense. And what a weapon here for the Warriors.
68% plus for the Warriors offensively. Tipped away, taken up top. The Harden shot done. Going to give it back to him. Under 5 on the shot clock. Got to go. Batum. Nope. Clippers continue to be cold from long distance. Steph always moving. Never stops. Gets the roll. Hits the deck.
And how many times have we seen that? Steph moving, Draymond delivering. Just the chemistry between those two.
Good defense at this end. Eventually, Zubac can't get it to go. Got it back, buys the second one.
And that's Zubac, just so good inside. Great touch, a big body, and must have an impact here on this game.
Ends a 10-0 run. Kuminga rattles it home from 3.
Right now, the Clippers, they're going to have to get some stops. Everything is just easy for the Golden State Warriors on the offensive end.
73% from the floor. They've made their last 5. Harden, little screen and roll. They were so good, those two, at that last year.
They really were. That short roll, obviously, Zubac, finisher. Wow.
How many times did he turn? Kuminga, almost sensational follow. Here comes Harden. Leading the break for the Clips. Yes, and how many times have we seen him do just that?
I mean, that's almost unguardable. Downhill, getting to that left hand, just crafty at the rim.
Draymond says timeout. Wholesale changes on the way for Steve Kerr.
There's a timeout.
So talk things over, bring new troops in. Second team coming on next.
Free tasting from Lagunitas, and all you got to do to get your free drink sample is stop on by right here, Portal 55, right there on the 6th floor, and let's go. Cheers. All right, Warrior fans, we got something special from our friends at Coinbase. Sign up for Coinbase and receive $5 in Bitcoin and be one of my winners purchase the Warriors VIP for a day. You're going to get all VIP treatment. So call us out and say that you want to go to the main board and use promo code Warriors to enter.
In 100 days, experience the majesty of the Winter Olympics from Northern Italy. Begins Friday, February 6th on NBC and Peacock.
And you'll be over there for a few weeks.
Be there from the start,
All
as
right.
a matter of fact. Opening ceremony right through figure skating and the closing as well. Can't wait. All right, so the inbound. As Gary Payton II has come on, Al Horford, the new acquisition, and will play a large role, obviously, on the floor now. Moses Moody had a big game last night, missed the first couple of games with a calf strain. In and out, and Brandon Podziemski on the floor for Golden State. New look.
And both teams really busy this offseason. Al Horford for the Warriors, Brook Lopez for the Clippers. Talk about guys who changed their games over time.
There is Lopez, looks back out, done. Thought about it, reloaded, got it. Chris Dunn buys the 3.
And Dunn has always been known for his defense, but the improvement the last few years with his shooting has been exceptional.
John Collins, big pickup from Utah, also on the floor for the Clippers. Podziemski, nope, Batum clears. Podziemski, who had a big night last night, kind of a slow start to the season, but 23 in the game last night, got his rhythm. Lopez, that's what he's been doing. Almost exclusively.
All of his field goal makes have been 3-pointers this season.
Yeah, all but 3 of his attempts. As a matter of fact, but a matchup problem, and a guy that's a big pickup for Ty Lue.
Well, still he's a rim protector, but unlike Zubac, who plays in the paint, Lopez out on the perimeter just gives the Clippers a different look with their bigs.
Yeah, it gives you spacing. Podziemski got done off his feet, going to pick up the foul along the baseline. And his first.
Think about the Clippers with John Collins, Lopez, Dunn. They bring some energy, and obviously that depth that we talked to Ty Lue about over the course of the season, they want to play to their advantage as they manage the year with this seasoned ball club.
Podziemski looking to operate, kicking it out to Butler. Yep, line drive, jumper good, beyond the arc. Jimmy Butler the third. It is that controlling sense when he is on the floor for this team, whether it is Steph and Draymond out there or the second unit with him.
I thought last year you always had to have either Steph or Draymond on the floor, but now they can get that rest, and Butler can be the facilitator and playmaker for the unit.
Long shot, brings the long rebound. Harden sets things up here. Horford trying to stay with him. 3 on the shot clock. Trying to get some space, got the bump and the bucket again. What a shot, James Harden.
James Harden just so adept at drawing fouls, and I think Gary Payton II reaching in. Oh, both Horford there as well. Knows how to draw fouls, kind of swings his arms through Horford's arms there. And that's the onus on the officials to make the call.
But it gives you an example why he is so tough to guard. I mean, it's so different than trying to guard, say, a Steph Curry at the other end. There's constant motion. It's different. Harden using his body almost in slow motion at times.
And just one of the best scorers we've seen in the game, but also one of the best passers.
Yeah.
Very underrated as a passer and a playmaker.
Dunn matched up with Butler. Good matchup there. As Horford comes out to set the screen, they get the switch. Jimmy picks up the dribble. Back to him. Got a spot. Nope. Al saving it for the Warriors. Podziemski letting it fly. And Collins giving him that rebound, but also energy off the bench so far. Harden again, strong over Horford.
Harden going right at Horford, right by him.
Harden at double figures already with 10.
And this second unit now getting the Clippers back into the game. They're getting stops on the defensive end and more efficient on the offensive side.
Going to run that shot clock down. About 33 on the game clock. Gary Payton is second, looking out. Moody. Short. 3-second difference, shot clock, game clock.
It's amazing the Warriors have gone flat now on the offensive end after that great start to this first quarter.
Harden still out there with these 4. James. Payton got him late, and that one's going to stick.
Yes, I don't see the bench over there for Golden State protesting that play. It just kind of lulls you to sleep. Harden goes into a shot, and Payton tries to contest, just jumps into the body of Harden, and now you're giving up 3 free throws here. And trim this lead down if you're the Clippers with 10 seconds left.
Talked about the minutes that Harden has played so far, playing some significant minutes. Both of these coaches, they say it nicely, you want to say it real, they're the 2 oldest teams in the league. So it's going to be on their mind, that time management, that game management throughout the season.
Yeah, it's going to be big. And both teams having the depth this season, so you can manage the game and the season better when you have players on that bench you can trust. But Harden right at about 31 minutes a game. Leonard about 32 minutes a game.
So the Clippers right at 30 years of age average on this roster, and the Warriors right behind them. Derrick Jones Jr. coming back on. Stephen Curry as well.
And across the league, 17 players have suited up this season at age 35 or older, and 8 are in this game.
Experience. We'll call it experience.
Actually, those 8 I've played against. That shows you how old and experienced. I shouldn't say old. Experienced they are.
Well, if you can talk about yourself, don't call it old. Yeah, exactly. So it's an 8-0 Clipper run. They answered what was a really good first quarter for Golden State. Steph had it taken away momentarily. Eventually in the corner. Podziemski gets it as the buzzer sounds.
And actually good defense there from the Clippers, almost forcing a steal, but Podziemski in the right place at the right time and kind of bails out the Warriors on a poor finish to the quarter.
Runs back and forth in the first quarter. Golden State first, Clippers came back. Podziemski ends it.
Tonight's game marks the 61st time that Steph Curry has played against James Harden, which is the most by any opponent in his career. Second most, 59 games, is actually Chris Paul, who's also in this game. Now, Steph and Harden's journey started before the NBA, about 17 years ago, when he and Harden were college All-Americans together in the same draft class. And I spoke with Harden before the game about his connection to Steph, and he told me the thing that excited him most after these 17 years is how much he and Steph changed the game in different ways. He said everyone wants to run around and shoot threes like Steph, and for him, players go to their step back after creating something. As for Chris Paul, Steph told me that he shadowed CP this summer before his rookie year to learn how to become a professional with the training and getting his body ready for a season. Connections off the court do not stop the battling on the court. However, as you can see tonight, Steph told me it's a frenemy type thing where you have a respect for a guy off the court and you're trying to kill them on the court. But the longevity, the respect I have for these guys is at an all-time high. Grant, there you see Podziemski with the block. Grant, who's your biggest frenemy in your career?
Man, my frenemies were Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, and Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, that'll do it. Podziemski up and under, right past Lopez. Game has turned up a notch here.
It really has. It got quiet in this building because the pace slowed down, but inserting Butler and Draymond Green here to start the second quarter and the energy picking up for the Warriors.
Kawhi back on the floor, operating over Moody. Not this time. It is Chris Paul back on the floor, though. At the age of 40, his 21st year, back with the Clippers. You know something about him as a teammate back then.
I played with him in my last year with the Clippers, but what a run he had, 6 years there. Really helped get the Clippers on the winning road, and only fitting there to come back at the end of his career.
Dunn leaves it for Collins, looks for some space over post. Good defense that time. Yeah, it was really when things turned for the Clippers organization during that time. Eventually Lob City Clips, the fame of that. And right now, in terms of the regular season, I mean, these two franchises have been as good as anybody over the last several years. For the Clippers, it's getting past that first round.
Well, they've struggled. They've struggled in recent years. The last, I believe, 3 years losing in the first round. Certainly wanting to go further, a deeper run. I like this team. I just think it's about being healthy at the end of the season, going into the postseason. But not easy in the Western Conference at all.
No, not at all. Lopez got Green off his feet. Post with the rebound. Ty Lue will be happy about this from the first quarter at least. Clippers did not turn the ball over. We only have one turnover in the first quarter. That was by Golden State.
They didn't shoot the ball well. 2 of 13 from the three-point line, and they came into this game as the best shooting team in the NBA.
Swinging on the perimeter. I'll tell you what, it is fun to watch Golden State play. Just as a basketball fan, how they move the ball.
The sharing is caring. I mean, they play pass first, move around, a lot of fun, energy, and talk about energy. Done. Oh, almost.
Couldn't get the follow, but what a rebound. Draymond left alone. Scramble. Fresh shot clock. Moody feeling it. Moses Moody. How good is it to have him back?
Oh, great. He's huge. I think Podziemski, Kuminga, and Moody those three are going to determine in a lot of ways what this team does. They got to continue to be consistent and get better for the Warriors to try to get back into championship contention.
And guys like Collins and Dunn for the Clippers on the other side playing large roles this year. If the stars are stars, those guys got to show up.
And I thought Dunn did a great job against Portland. Started in the second half. Portland really played well in the first half the other night against the Clippers, and his energy and toughness and scoring really helped the Clippers there secure that victory at home.
Clippers got to get one to fall. They're 0 for 7 here to open up the second quarter. Draymond starts the break, but Podziemski finishes. Timeout, Tyronn Lue.
Well, right there, Draymond Green, last year third in the voting for Defensive Player of the Year award, gets the steal and the assist. Everything going the Warriors' way here in the second.
Back to tell you, Coast to Coast Tuesday is brought to you by Progressive. Get slam dunk savings today. Visit progressive.com.
The legends there, Rick Barry, Sleepy Floyd, Tim Hardaway.
And by Kia, the official automotive partner of the NBA. Yeah, some of the great names and the images from the rivalry through the years.
Some great players, some legends, and still some legends on display in this game here tonight.
Missing Grant Hill. Where's the pick? Where's the image?
I was past my time when I was a Clipper.
I got you.
Yes.
Largest lead of the game. Just like that, a 15-point game. You blink and they're up 15. Kawhi looking for room. Yeah, just never rushed.
Yeah. Takes his time, gets to his spot there. Great footwork and patience. But right now, Golden State has 12 assists. The Clippers only have 10 field goals.
Wow.
More assists for the Warriors than field goals made. So not a recipe for success if you're Los Angeles.
Harden back on the floor. They really struggled without him out there running things.
This is the guy right here. Leonard's got to get more involved here on the offensive end for the Clips.
Screen from Lopez. Good recovery. Will Richards, who's had a good start. Unexpected in many ways the first 3-4 games. Lopez long range as the buzzer sounds.
Good defense there by Horford on that isolation against Harden.
They're 2 for 16 beyond the arc tonight.
They've made 2 more than you and I.
Taking 16 more, too. Draymond somehow taken up top by Collins, though. CP3 thought he was going to run, slows it down. Leonard. Yep. Jimmy Butler just a little bit slow in getting out.
I'm not sure he thought he was going to pull up like that, but Leonard's one of those guys that gets it going, really get hot.
Jimmy's surrounded by 3 Clippers, knocked out of bounds, stays at this end.
And right here, this is what you want. Great defense. Collins brings that energy and activity on the weak side, and then Kawhi Leonard just squares up right there in front of Jimmy Butler. You saw him make that layup out of the timeout. Now he hits a 3. See on the other end of the Clippers go back to him again on the next possession.
Jonathan Kuminga and Buddy Hield on the floor as Butler and Podziemski take a seat. Harden thought they had one. Richard off the heel. Well, Richard part of that national championship at Florida. Saved somehow by Kuminga. Steph lays it off. Layup. Good.
And once again, Kuminga doing things on the floor that impact winning. It's not just about scoring, assisting, rebounding, getting steals, playing good defense.
And that's not just ability, that's buying in.
100%.
Kawhi the extra step, but it's because of the hit, foul, and the bucket. Kawhi Leonard to the free throw line.
Kawhi getting it done. I told you he can heat up quickly, but right here, getting in the passing lane and the balance to save that right there. And we have to keep in mind, Kuminga's just 23 years old. He's figuring it out right now. And speaking of figuring it out, Kawhi Leonard just kind of waltzes through the paint, draws a foul.
Yeah, the dance down the lane. He's got 9 in the game. First foul on Will Richard. So Kawhi in double figures. And the lead down to 9. Yeah, Chris Paul and James Harden on the floor together right now, along with Leonard, Zubac, and John Collins for the Clippers. Curry set the screen. Kuminga, nope, threw it away. Been an odd game, back and forth.
It has been.
Yeah, a game of runs in the first quarter, and the Clippers absolutely cold as ice from long range.
Right now, Clippers starting to find their rhythm.
Kuminga flew by. Leonard didn't look like he wanted to shoot. Then Collins on the follow on the air ball.
Yeah, we saw that against Portland the other night. Collins just on the glass, the energy and activity important.
Healed the long rebound. Collins was all the way down the other end. He thought they had the rebound. They do now. Chris looking for help. The double. Leonard up top. Zubac brought it back down though. Kawhi flat with the jumper. I thought Zubac would go right back up.
He was right there under the basket.
Underneath, Richard from Steph Curry. And another timeout taken by the Clips. Easy buckets at this end. Steph Curry leading the West Center. Goes to your point. Clippers with 13 field goals made. The Warriors 14 assists right now, Grant.
Well, in fairness, the Clippers have had some open looks from the three-point line. 16%, 3 of 18 there from downtown. So they've had open looks, just have not been able to convert.
Early on it was Harden. Lately it's been Kawhi Leonard. Those two, 8 of 15, 23 points. But the rest of the team, 5 of 25 from the floor as that one's knocked out of bounds.
And Terry right here, Gary Payton II, that's what he brings. Defense right there, just from the weak side. Trying to argue for the ball being the Warriors' ball on that play.
Back down to Dunn. Zubac under 5 on the shot clock. Jones from the corner. He's done more of that this season.
He has, and we talked about his shooting and his improvement, how he's worked on that game. But Zubac, a great pass there to the open Jones in the corner.
Scramble. Horford to Curry. Might say that a lot this year. Steph doesn't buy it this time.
I think he will, though. I mean, Horford, one of the things he does as well as any big man is his passing. Just a great passer. So I can see that being said a lot this year, just not on that last play. 6
turnovers in the second quarter for Golden State already. But Horford, certainly that aspect, but also just the presence on the floor in the locker room, the veteran. Matched up with Harden right now. James goes by him, help from Curry and the foul. Harden will go to the line.
And right there, the Clippers clearing out the entire side, giving Harden room to operate. Curry, he came over to try to help there on the baseline, but didn't get his feet set. Harden just initiating the contact to get to the line.
First foul on Steph, second team foul. So the lead down to 6. Harden 5 of 5 from the line so far. Gets another one. Look at the upcoming national TV schedule. ESPN lineup: Cleveland, Boston, Lakers at Minnesota, and then NBA TV Golden State, the Warriors at Milwaukee. Friday on Prime, Boston, Philly, Lakers, and Memphis. You're shaking your head.
Yeah, those great games every night. I know what I'm doing for the rest of the week.
What, you haven't had enough work watching hoops? Back-to-back for you, too, tonight, not just the Warriors.
It's like the old school NBA in the 90s, you know? But I'll tell you right now, the Clippers, give them credit. Just kind of hanging around here. Haven't been great, haven't shot the ball well, had some turnovers, and only down 4.
Horford in and out for out. Situation with Tatum, big reason why he decided to come over and sign here. Harden just pressing the issue again. Having a big night. 17-4 run. Healed the turnaround. No. That was a quick shot.
No flow, no rhythm right now offensively to the Warriors, but
this 15-point lead, it's down to 2.
It's great with the defense of the Clippers. They've turned the screws here, getting back into this game.
A 2-man game. Harden and Zubac so effective. This time off the glass, and Ivica with the follow. Timeout, Steve Kerr. We're tied at 44.
We have a ball game.
Back again they come. 19-4 run by the Clippers to tie it up.
And getting it done with defense and great execution on the
USC and Nebraska Saturday on NBC and Peacock. Here comes Saturday night, presented by Discover. And back come the Clippers after being down by 15 to tie it up. It's been that kind of game, back and forth throughout.
It's been a weird game. Clippers 35% from the field, 20% from the three-point line, and have managed to just grind it out. And I said earlier, going to that break, it's been the defense. Golden State, no rhythm at all on the offensive end thus far.
Jones trying to stay with Butler, can't do it. Jimmy Butler, beautiful looking jumper. These two teams, we started the night talking about how similar they are in terms of age, the experience, the star quality, depth, but they play very differently.
They do. Diversity in styles. All movement, player movement for the Warriors, more isolation and screen and roll action with the Clippers.
3 seconds. That's the second one on the night.
You don't see that call much in the
second
NBA.
time. So approaching the 2-minute mark here in the second. Curry finds room, doesn't need much, way off though.
Give credit, Dunn has really harassed Curry, tried to be physical with him.
Tried to jump in, a little bit late, got called for the foul. Yeah, Steph with 7 in the game at this point, that's it.
Right here, Harden just kind of goes into the arm there of Kuminga, great change of direction. Kuminga trying to use his length and size against Harden. Harden so crafty. He's seen every kind of defense throughout the course of his career.
No doubt.
Draw fouls.
Second on Kuminga, first in the last 2 minutes here in the quarter, team-wise. Jonathan starts the motion, tries to finish. Batum. So Draymond matched up with Harden. Jones Jr. lost it out of bounds. Kerr's going to argue it went off his knee. They're going to say it stays right here.
And look here, Terry, the weak side defense from Draymond comes over. He's able to contest without fouling and then tip it out to his teammate. It's a little thing, but it shows you the value and importance of Draymond Green. And then you see the hands there. Active hands and deflections are a staple to this Golden State Warriors defense.
The double on Zubac. Skip down to Dunn. Spin on Butler. What a pretty move from Chris Dunn.
Great patience there on the block, showing that footwork.
At this end, Golden State just 35% here in the second quarter after being well over 50% in the first. Curry thought Draymond was going to roll. Kuminga operating on Jones. Tipped up, Butler, no. Batum the rebound. Harden just lets it go. Got it. Well beyond.
That was vintage James Harden right there.
Up by 3, largest lead of the night for the Clippers. Curry.
I was going to say that Harden 3 was like a Terry Gannon shot.
Stop. You're going way too far back in the time capsule.
Yeah, deep range.
No, I'm saying that was too long ago to remember. Curry on Harden now. Here comes Kuminga to help. Butler almost got there. Jones beyond the arc. Rattles in and out. Another chance. Under 10 on the clock. James. Step back. No, and that's the way the quarter will end with the heave at the end. So the Clippers down by 15, end the quarter on a 24-6 run and take a 3-point lead into the break.
And Ty Lue has to be pleased. The defensive effort, they've really stifled the offense there of the Warriors, gained back momentum, and started to finally hit some jump shots and baskets at the rim.
That's why he was smiling and hugging, heading to the locker room. Ivica Zubac standing by with Grant Lippman. Grant?
Down 15 early, now leading by 3 at half. What were the keys to get back into this one?
Just our energy. They were playing harder than us. They were getting to every loose ball first. They were crashing the glass. Everyone was crashing. We weren't really boxing out. We gave them easy looks. Had a lot of miscommunication on the defensive end. Once we locked into all those things, we kind of started playing our game, and now we're back. Another 24.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Good luck. All right, let's go back to Maria, back in the studio.
All right, appreciate it, Grant. Coming up on the American Express halftime report, guess what? We got to talk about the stars. We already saw James Harden pouring in 20 points,
Yes.
a pace of play favoring the Clippers. We'll get into it after this. So the Clippers down by as many as 15 in that first half, went on a 24-6 run. They have the lead, 49-46 at the half, thanks to James Harden's 20 points. Here's the game you can trust, presented by American Express. Kawhi and Harden had 21 of those 24 points as they closed out the half. And those two guards looking to continue to step it up in the second half if they look to walk away with the win. Welcome back inside the studio for American Express at the half. Maria Taylor alongside Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, Carmelo Anthony. We all got the box score. We all kind of looked at it and was like, ooh, it's just muddy. It's like a rock fight a little bit. What was your takeaway from watching the first half, T-Mac?
This was a nasty first half. It really was.
I didn't want to say that, but he did.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at this stat sheet, right, there's nobody in double figures with
For the Warriors,
Golden State, for
yeah.
the Warriors. And they were up 14 in this game, right? But then James Harden.
Yeah.
James Harden turned back the clock on him in that second quarter. I mean, he's a guy that can get up buckets. He's been the leading scorer for a team, for a franchise for so many years. He understands what the task is. His team is struggling offensively, and he's turning it up a little bit. And result, he got 20 points, and he might continue that in the second half if they struggle offensively.
I can see what James is doing. I said it, pregame. James is going to dictate the pace of the game. And we're seeing that. He's slowing the game down. He's taking his shots. He's finding his rhythm. Kawhi started off, a little slow in the first quarter, picked it up. But when those guys is going, the Clippers are tough. And we see that tonight. James is applying a lot of pressure on the Golden State Warriors right now.
And you mentioned that run that they had.
Yeah.
22% from three.
Yeah.
36% from the field. On 18 or 50 shots. So, I mean, they're figuring out a way to do it.
They
But
are.
like you said, this is ugly basketball.
Yeah.
Golden State shot one free throw.
Yeah, so that, honestly, that really is the difference in the game. It's 8 to what? 8 to 1?
8 to 1.
Turnovers are low.
Also, yeah, turnovers are low. But what I think Golden State has done a great job at, right? Look at James Harden assists.
Yeah.
0.
Yeah, there's only 5 total assists for the
He's
Clippers.
one of the best pick and roll point guards in our league by far. With he and Zubac, they're one of the, 2 tandems in this league that does a great job running the pick and roll. 0 assists in the first half from him. That is.
But Zubac does
testament
have
to-
4 offensive rebounds. So at least, like you said, you're missing shots. You have a guy in there that can get you extra possessions. They have 9 offensive rebounds total.
I mean, on the flip side of that, the Warriors, they have 14 assists on 19 made field goals. They're playing the way that we expected them to play. They don't have the ball in their hands as much because of what Harden is doing and being able to dictate the time of possession. What has to change for the Warriors with no one in double figures, or is it just a moment where Steph or somebody's going to step up?
I think it's strategy. I think it's part of the game plan to let James play one-on-one, playing the ISO game, to stay
that
home
zero
with everybody else. James can go out there and get 35, 40 points if he need to tonight. But nobody else is going to get going. And I think that's what we saw in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, and you look at Golden State offensively, because no one is in double figures, this is encouraging. Like, Steph doesn't have to be Superman every night, and you can be in the games.
Yeah, and he's coming off a game where he just had 16. We saw Jonathan Kuminga step up in that one. But here's a bucket for Steph. Okay, going up under. Still only down 3 at the half. 97 NBA Finals. Michael Jordan battling through an illness to score 38 and grab the win at Utah. Make sure you stick around after the game for the latest edition of Insights of Excellence as MJ gives his thoughts on load management. You're not going to want to miss it. Giannis is like, don't you load manage me, all right? I'm going to be a load in the paint. From beyond the arc, his 4th 30-point game so far, and they get the victory against the Knicks, guys. He had 37 points.
I like this, Giannis. I like what I'm seeing. Keep it going, Giannis. Not against the Knicks, but keep it going.
Against anybody else. 7 assists and 8 rebounds as well. They get the victory. Oh, and look at what is he saying right
This
there?
is my
What's he
city.
saying?
What he said.
Guys, we got a Mexico City game coming up. The Mavs taking on the Pistons at 10 Eastern. You can watch that on Peacock.
You gonna be there for that?
I absolutely will not, but whoever is, y'all have a great time.
Have
I'm
a
proud
great
of y'all.
time, okay.
Checking in on the DraftKings Sportsbook King of the Court. Who's got the most points, rebounds, and assists so far tonight? Giannis and Tyrese Maxey are tied at the top.
Tyrese Maxey, man.
Yeah,
Melo, what did you say about these two guys before we came on air?
I was looking at the dances.
You weren't talking about the 97 draft? And...
Oh, about these guys next to me. Yeah, they old, man.
I was in college.
97 draft is different.
I was in college.
I had to think about that for
you
a second.
New customers bet.
Golden State, check out the headlines. Brought to you by Valvoline. Steph Curry, not in double figures yet, just 70s, 1 for 5 from 3.
And give credit to the defense. Clippers, Chris Dunn in particular, very physical and just taking the energy out of the building here with their defense.
20 already in the game for James Harden. It has been the stars, Harden and Leonard, for the Clippers that have brought him back.
Yeah, those two right there, particularly Harden, just getting downhill, being aggressive. No one else contributing, but can they continue with that big-time performance in the second half? Remains to be seen.
15-point lead at one point in the first half for Golden State, and now a 3-point lead for the Clippers. Based on what you've seen, neither team has shot the ball all that well. You got a handle on what might take place here?
No, I don't.
Yeah, that's honest. Well, be fun finding out. Clippers control to start the third. Kawhi, Butler on him. Spins, fades, gets it. Kawhi Leonard with the jumper to open up.
And I'm sorry, Terry, I like that call out of the halftime there, T. Lou. Get Kawhi going. You can't rely so heavily on Harden here. Both of them have to be effective. Nice isolation for Kawhi.
Largest lead so far of the night for the Clippers. Quentin Post, who got the start, get that size in the lineup. Long range 3 for him.
And he's been great on both ends. Didn't play much in that second quarter. The Warriors were only 27% from the field. Knocks down a big 3 to start this third quarter.
So Harden and Kawhi in double figures. Nobody in double figures yet for Golden State. Win post 3 of 4 beyond so far tonight.
Right here, a lot of attention on Curry, rightfully so. Two guys there. Curry recognized post open, and that is his sweet spot. Very comfortable there at the top. Knocks down a big 3.
7 on the shot clock for the Clippers to inbound. Batum came off the bench, knocked down his first one, hasn't got one since. Harden lost it, got it back tied up. Nope, they're going to call the foul on Draymond Green, who's going to argue.
Draymond smartly there, traps Harden, almost forces a turnover and sort of argues his case to the officials, but Draymond, the heart and soul of this team.
Another second chance opportunity for the Clippers, and they made their living that way in the first half. Zubats off the miss from Leonard.
What they've done, they just controlled the pace, slowed things down, forced Golden State in that second quarter to play their style.
16-5, the edge for the Clippers in second chance points tonight. That's really where they've done a lot of damage. Miss along the baseline, and Harden's going to walk it up. Jones with the screen, kick it out to Kawhi. Draymond on the reach, and that's another one on Draymond. His third. And the second here in the third for the team.
And what the Clippers have done by slowing things down, working the clock, they've really taken the energy from Golden State. Golden State, they like that frenzy. Right now, they're playing very methodical thanks to the Clippers.
And this is the approach right here for the Clippers. Harden going to work, didn't get it that time.
It's almost like, I think Kerr talked to us, like a great running back in the NFL. Speaking of greatness,
yeah,
finally, Stephen Curry being aggressive, getting to the rim, but the way the Clippers play, they just kind of lull you to sleep, you know, and use the clock, have guys that are capable as one-on-one players when the clock gets low.
There is that two-man with Harden and Zubac. Been so effective. Jump hook for Ivica.
Kind of like an old school style of play there. 90s basketball.
It looked like it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Little slow post up. Back in. Curry with the floater. Double figures now.
Yeah, and a fantastic screen up top from Draymond Green to create some separation. Stephen Curry now starting to get it going.
Leonard, as they just fly right by. On that step and stop, lost 2 defenders. 14 in the game. Post looking for help. Curry, who's been cold beyond the arc, got fouled by Jones. Oh my. I mean,
and Terry, it's so hard to defend Stephen Curry. He's always moving without the basketball. A little double screen there set by Post and Green. And you have to get into his space because of his range and his quick trigger. Derrick Jones Jr. arguing his case, but no, there was a lot of contact there on that contest.
So Curry will go to the line for a 3. How about the numbers from the line tonight? 0 for 1 for Golden State.
Surprisingly not getting to the free throw line there, and give credit to the Clippers defending well in that second quarter without fouling. But here in this third quarter, you see Curry being aggressive, being more assertive, knowing that that's what his team needs.
By the way, when you say this guy doesn't miss from the line, it's literal so far this season. 24 out of 24.
Not too surprising.
He's done it before a couple of times, as a matter of fact.
He is shooting the ball at a high level right now. 51% from the field, 46 on threes, and 100 from the free throw line. So he has already done the 50-40-90 club a few times, and
pretty good benchmarks right there.
Yeah.
And aggressive, looking to score earlier in the third. He's got 7 already and 14 in the game. Knocked out, stays at this end. And you would have expected Steph to take that outlook here on the floor after having only 7 in the first half.
It wasn't, he just didn't get a lot of shot opportunities in that first half, which was surprising.
Zubac off the leg of Kuminga.
A little frustration there from the Clippers, poorly executing that sideline out of bounds play. Now you have a short clock, only 7 seconds on the clock, and now the Clippers have to go the full length of the court. Watch Harden. Harden's so good at drawing fouls in these situations.
Oh, he lost it though, and the clock might run out here. Got to go. Yep. Shot clock violation. As soon as he lost it in the backcourt, you knew that was going to be tough.
Yeah. Not the execution there that Ty Lue wanted. Give credit to Kuminga there, picking up full court.
Remember that whole exchange started with a simple inbound here on this side in the Clippers front court.
And Ty Lue knows as well as anyone, just a play like that can get this team going, get this crowd going, which they've been able to neutralize here thus far.
Ty Lue off the bench, and Jeff Van Gundy as well runs this Clippers defense. Post thought about it, take it, leave it for Draymond. Zubac the block. Done a lot of that in the early season as well. Help from Green, making it tough. Draymond hauls it in, gives it to Steph, leaves it for Butler, finishes at the other end. Little defense to offense for Golden State. The challenge, another steal. Turnover, giving it back to Curry. Lost it off the leg of Jones. But it's Golden State with the lead here.
And that's what they need to do. Get stops and out in transition.
Zubac had it, lost it. Here they come again. 7-0 run for the Warriors. Great look from Steph to Kuminga to the left hand. Timeout Clippers.
And just like that, Terry, this team capable of getting it going, and that man making it happen for the Warriors.
First name Stephen, last name Curry. Like his Steph, that's not fair. It's not fair! Oh, cheat code! What a show Steph Curry has put up.
And welcome back here to the Bay. Stephen Curry, not only a great shooter, but a great distributor as well. And leading his team back into this game in this third quarter. And so much he has done for this organization, this ball club, with still championship expectations. Third quarter, getting things going, being aggressive. And obviously, they struggled that first half against the Clippers, who have had their number.
Yeah.
Which is shocking, the last 7 games.
But what did Ty Lue say when you brought that up to him?
He said, don't jinx us.
Don't even go there.
He downplayed it.
Yeah. Still, much to be written tonight. Jones with the miss, because this is a game that's gone back and forth, each team with runs in the first quarter and second quarter. Curry, by the way, starting to turn it on here in the third. 14 points, 8 assists. Kuminga, the floater, away strong with it.
And I like the adjustment Ty Lue did. He's put Zubac on Kuminga to keep Kuminga out of the paint where he's so dangerous, and almost baiting him to shoot from the perimeter.
That crossover from Kawhi. Fights to that spot, can't get the jump hook to go. Here comes Steph. Leaves it for Jonathan.
Yeah, Zubac's way in the paint here.
Kuminga, everybody left him alone, said why not? Fresh shot clock. Podziemski back on the floor, did not get the start. They went with the tall lineup tonight. Floater, rainbow 3 from Podziemski.
Oh man, that was a rainbow indeed. Batum contesting.
Kind of raised some eyebrows, saying I want to be as good or better than Steph Curry.
Oh, wow.
I never mind when the player says that as aspiration, but it does make you raise your eyebrows.
Well, I want to sing like Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, 12-0 run, by the way. Here is, can I just go ahead and say greatest shooter ever?
Yeah,
are we all in agreement now?
There's no debate.
Yeah.
Really changed the game, revolutionized the game with the shooting.
Tipped out. Draymond's going to argue it, but they got a piece. It'll stay here as Al Horford comes back on. Buddy Hield as well. Post to the sideline.
Right now, the Clippers offense not in that rhythm. Oftentimes what they've done is they go inside, they post up Zubac. They want to try to get an efficient basket on the offensive end.
Harden just turns the corner, floats. Zubac, he knew he was there. The follow with the dunk.
And in that screen and roll action with Zubac and Harden, it's so hard to defend both. Horford has to contest Harden on that floater. No one there to block out Zubac, and making his presence felt there with that offensive rebound slam.
12 points, 10 rebounds, double-double again for Zubac, as he did last year throughout the season.
Well, his rebounding down this year, 12 rebounds a game last year, only around 6 rebounds this season.
Moses Moody, step back. Zubac corrals it. Here's that matchup we've seen so many times over the years. Take it away, Curry leading Podziemski. Horford in and out. Lost it for a moment, gets it back. Leonard and Kuminga on the foul.
And Terry, back 5-10 years ago, Steph was a liability. People would pick on him on defense right there, takes the challenge, and gets the cookies on defense. And I think him getting stronger physically, but also taking more pride on that end. You've seen that improvement in those defensive isolation
but
situations.
He has gotten stronger as well. There's no doubt about it.
He has.
The physique through the years. Third foul on Kuminga, goes to the bench. Third team foul on Golden State.
And now Harden out of the game. This is when the Warriors went on a little bit of a run there in that first quarter. And the Clippers remain efficient on the offensive end.
Kawhi, great pass to Zubac, who just used his body to clear the lane.
I mean, Zubac he's 7 feet. He's a big body, great hands. And that chemistry between those two on display.
Matchup nightmare, and he sees the floor as well. Butler over Zubac this time. So Chris Paul on the floor as Harden gets a rest. CP3 around the Zubac screen, leaves it. Taken away. Curry, change of direction, got it. Right past CP3. Ten turnovers in the game for the Clippers now as Tyronn Lue's all the way out here on the floor. I thought he was going to shoot a three for a minute.
I did too.
He was open. Take a timeout, talk things over as the lead has grown to 7.
And the scouting report is Stephen Curry is really good and commands a lot of attention. 3 guys there. He still manages to make a circus shot. And then the presence of mind. Once again, 3 guys focusing on him. The unselfishness and awareness to find posts for the 3. And oh yeah, not just an offensive player, plays defense as well. Got a deflection, gets out in transition before that defense can get set. The circus shot at the rim. This quarter in the third, Stephen Curry getting it done. As you can see, 9 points, 3 assists, a couple of steals. Nice performance from Stephen Curry.
Well done, partner.
I appreciate it. I got to read the promo.
I know,
that was pretty
That's
exciting.
a big moment. 7-point advantage in terms of the transition points, the fast break points for Golden State in a 7-point game. Significant. In a big run right now, 17-4 run after the Clippers led 57-51. Podziemski. Chris Paul will walk it up. Collins lost it, got it back. Scramble, jump ball.
And Terry, out of that timeout, 2 offensive possessions, not very smooth for the Clippers. You have both Kawhi Leonard and James Harden right now on the bench. Ty Lue trying to steal some time, give them some rest. As there's a jump ball here now. Of course, Zubac going to the bench as well. So it'll be interesting to see the offensive execution for the Clippers here with their 3 guys sitting.
Yeah, it's been similar with Harden, with Kawhi, but overall 5 of 26 from 3-point range tonight for LA. Lopez. Hield took it away. And got a whistle and a kick ball. It's gonna go to the Clippers.
Great activity there. Buddy Hield getting a deflection. Both Steve Kerr's in disbelief.
He's like, no, it was. Yeah, I was wrong. It was kicked. Dunn trying to operate active hands defensively for Golden State. We've seen it here in the second half. Long range, line drive, Butler over Paul.
And 3-4 possessions in a row for the Clippers. Poor execution. James Harden at the scorer's table now. Ty Lue has seen enough.
Lopez may have gotten away with a carry. Step back floater, one leg. That's pretty.
And it wasn't a 3-pointer right there. Brook Lopez.
That's illegal, I thought.
Brook Lopez going back to vintage Brook Lopez, scoring in the post there.
First one in the post.
Yeah, Harden set to check in. Under 5 on the shot clock. Horford tipped up and in. The follow by Butler.
Butler just so smart. Almost a turnover there, but anticipates the miss. Beautiful tip in.
Jimmy's got 17 in the game. Paul with the miss. Here comes Podziemski trying to push it. Moody. Yes!
And that right there, Terry, is Golden State basketball. Podziemski getting down the floor, getting a paint touch, and finding Moody for that trail of 3.
Loudest cheer of the night inside the Chase Center. They sense it right now. Under a minute here in the third. Dunn. Been tough. As of late, it has been really tough at this end for the Clippers. Podziemski, pump fake. Broadway, straight down it. Nobody stepped in.
Well, you have shooters on the floor. Buddy Hield, Moody, Al Horford in the corner. No one can come help. They don't want to leave those shooters. And that two-man game with Butler and Podziemski. Podziemski finishing easily at the rim.
27-6 the run right now. About 3-second difference. Shot clock, game clock. Dunn saved it. Got to go. Lopez can't get the handle. Nope. Shot clock violation again.
And right there defensively, you can't diagram that. That right there is just blue-collar desperation, helping your teammate, swarming on defense. And as a unit with Draymond Green and Stephen Curry out of the game, this second unit has been spectacular, Terry.
They're on their feet, cheering for the defense here. Equals the largest lead of the night for Golden State. Steph at the horn. Into the front row he goes. What a third quarter for Steph Curry. Came out hot to start it. Golden State kept it going, extending the lead. 78-63 heading to the fourth.
Hemsworth is here. Plus, we have Atlanta Hawks all-star Trae Young, Leon Morgan, and music from Fuerza Regida. Stay tuned.
Back inside the Chase Center, we head to the fourth, and the Warriors up 78-63. Big run in the third as they took control. Coming out of the break, we mentioned Steph Curry not in double figures yet. Well, he is now. 16 in the game, 17 for Jimmy Butler, 12 for Podziemski. And on the other side of it, Grant, it has been all Harden and or Kawhi Leonard. That's it.
Yeah, they really struggled when those two were out of the game. They've come back with Kawhi here to start this fourth quarter. Let's see if they get him involved. Looks like Post
lost his footing and knocked Collins to the ground.
And just the offense there for Los Angeles at the end of that third quarter was sputtering, other than Brook Lopez, who had that sort of isolation post play from the top.
It was
nothing.
It was
on
a
the
two-pointer.
That was shocking.
Yeah. They keep that same unit out here to start the second. Lopez, nope. Concerning if you're Ty Lue, the second unit, what it's done?
Concerning tonight. I thought they've played well up until now. Speaking of playing well, a blow by and a beautiful finish by Jimmy Butler. No one on the weak side there.
Two-man kick. Collins, recovery for Podziemski. Nowhere to go there. So they go to Kawhi. Up top for Lopez. Taken away by Moody. Knocked out. But they call the foul.
And that was a good possession. Everybody touches it. Paint touches. And speaking of good possession, just a beautiful crossover. Lopez not able to get there in time, but that last possession, everybody contributing there. Lopez parking himself under the basket. Kawhi with the great pass and delivery.
So the first on Moses Moody and the second on the team here in the quarter. Lopez in and out. As we remind you, Sunday night, it's a matchup between two teams looking to make some noise. The Seahawks facing off against the Commanders in prime time. Comes your way Sunday, 7 Eastern on NBC and Peacock. So the lead up to 17 for the Warriors.
have lost, we remind you, 7 straight to the LA Clippers going back a couple of seasons.
And right now it looks like they're in a little bit of a zone here now, showing a 2-3 zone. Try to slow the momentum of this Warriors attack on the offensive end.
Showed a little bit of that in the first half. Shot clock running out, taken away by Paul. Gives it up to Collins for the flush.
And that's John Collins' game right there. Thrives in the open floor there. And that turnover leading to an easy 2. This zone defense, not a relaxed zone defense. They're playing it almost paranoid there. Ineffective.
Steve Kerr was up giving instructions how to attack it. They go to the corner and post. Last couple of possessions, it's bothered them. See if they stay in it. Dunn threw it away. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to be off of post. It's Clipper basketball.
And 2 big guys making some good plays. Post getting in the passing lane and getting the steal. And of course, Lopez denying him in transition. Great hands, and you see right there the ball right off the right thigh of Post. Who says big guys don't play defense?
I didn't. I did not.
That's true. You did not.
I'm going to say we spent some time with Chris Paul at the shoot-around today. It was great talking about how the game has changed, the locker room has changed, bus rides, airplane, everything else on teams, and you have to adapt. And I said, how do you bring your leadership? He said, I do, but I adapt. I've had to adapt.
Well, you have to learn to adjust and adapt as the game evolves. Chris Paul, 40 years old, 21 years.
But has it changed that much since you were the age of Chris Paul that he is now?
The game hasn't changed?
Well, I'm just saying, you guys were, you know.
We were teammates, yeah. No,
yeah,
he
teammates.
I was 40 when I played for the Clippers, and you're right. He has a more pronounced role with this Clippers team than I did when I was 40.
Okay, it's very humble, you're saying.
Oh.
What an era, though. Lob City Clips and all the fanfare in L.A.
Oh, unbelievable time to be a Clipper.
So, timeout, Golden State. Oh, there it is. I wanted that picture. There it is.
Look at that defense. Wow. Coach K would be proud.
About to slap the floor. To L.A. and early on how difficult it was to get anything going with the win percentage and the playoff appearances. And then this year it really turned everything around. Getting to the playoffs time and again. They now have had 14 straight winning seasons. And for Steve Ballmer, who's in attendance tonight, and the whole organization, now it's about success in the playoffs.
Well, this Clipper team in 2021, they got to a conference finals, but they haven't had the postseason success that they'd like, that he desired. And certainly, that is the goal with this group. Kawhi Leonard, James Harden leading the charge. And they brought in some players this summer, free agency trades. And we talked to Ty Lue before the game. The importance of just giving us some time. It's going to take 15, 20 games. You got some new players, new roles, a new understanding of one another. But that same goal and expectation really starting from the top with Steve Ballmer and all through that organization, feeling as though they can still compete and still contend for a championship in the Western Conference. It won't be easy.
It won't be easy at all. Last 13, 14 years, these two organizations have had the best winning percentages in the regular season. But obviously greatness is judged by what you do come playoff time.
No question. And you think back, I mean, before the Warriors went on their run, the two up-and-coming teams were the Clippers and the Warriors. Clippers actually beat them. I think the last time they had lost in a playoff series before they went on that run of championship appearances for the Warriors was against the Clippers in the first round.
Switch on defense. Lopez jumps out. Butler looking for room. 3 on the shot clock. Post had the shot change, I thought. That's another 3. And over the outstretched arm of Dunn, who was right in his face.
And I thought that was a great defensive possession there. Just a lot of scrambling from the Clippers, but Post, good defense, better shot making.
When it makes Steph sit back and hold his hands to his head, you know it was a good one.
Usually everyone's holding their hands to their head watching him.
Exactly. Harden, tough shot. So Harden back on the floor along with Leonard. Those have been the two bright spots. That's it offensively for the Clippers. Deep corner three, Moses Moody.
And I call that the Jimmy Butler effect. Just the playmaking, setting it up, Moody with that corner three, and allowing Stephen Curry to be on the bench, getting rest in these pivotal moments.
So where's the answer come from? It's the largest lead of the night now. Collins left wide open off the heel, run down by Dunn. Lopez.
I think it's got to be Harden and Leonard. Harden had 20 at halftime, has not scored here in the second half. Part of that has been the defensive adjustments, double teaming him by the Warriors.
Ivica Zubac set to check in. Butler turns the corner. Back out again. No. Crowd thought it was good. Done. And they'll walk it up now. There's nothing happening at this end for the Clippers.
Nothing at all. And talked to talked to Steve Kerr about Jimmy Butler. Just said he controls the game, you know, knows how to manipulate the game, and just brings the stability out there, particularly with this second unit where the Warriors can run everything through him.
And doesn't turn it over. And gets it right at the clock, running out.
And that's another thing. He's comfortable in the short clock situations. He never gets rushed or sped up, just gets to his spots and knows how to make plays.
Quick first step, Kawhi to the glass and in, making it look easy.
Nice little hesitation there, too.
Steph set to check in. Al Horford as well. So Golden State the last couple of possessions running that shot clock down. Switch out to Harden on Butler. Left it underneath to Draymond Green. What a pass. And the lead is 20.
And it's Jimmy Butler. Scoring, playmaking, all-around leadership. Jimmy Buckets getting it done for his Warriors.
Stream like you're courtside with NBA League Pass. Watch live games like you're there with alternate broadcast and real-time stat overlays for must-see games. Sign up on the NBA app or NBA.com to start streaming the new season today. It has been all Golden State in the second half. Check out the numbers here, Grant.
I mean, just impressive. We've seen this a lot throughout the last decade from the Warriors, sort of making those adjustments at halftime and coming out in the third quarter, second half, and just getting it done on both ends, contributing, shooting the ball well, but the defense shutting down Harden, limiting Kawhi Leonard has been really, really impressive.
Well-deserved rest for Jimmy Butler. He's got 21 in the game and ran the show here the last several minutes. Tipped out with 3 seconds on the shot clock. Boy, he's been impressive, hasn't he?
Oh, man, he just what he's brought to this team has been quite incredible. When that trade happened last year, they had the 3rd best record in the NBA after that trade, and won that first round series against Houston. Stephen Curry getting hurt.
If not for a hamstring.
Yes. I'm not saying they would have won against Minnesota in the second round, but really, really struggled without his presence. And so really the health is going to be the key for them. Doesn't matter if they're a 4 or 5 seed. I think they want to not, stay away from the play-in game, but they can be healthy.
Curry doing Steph things right there, and Dunn just saying, how am I supposed to guard him?
Well, Dunn's not the only one in the NBA who has said that.
Yeah.
But his shooting, his ball movement, but also his ball handling. He really has shown that throughout his career, getting downhill, getting to the rim, underrated finisher at the basket. And at 37, still has a lot left in the tank.
Called it on the floor, so not on the shot. Kobe Brown, third-year man out of Missouri, in for the Clips. Hello, there you go.
Right on cue.
Yep. What I say about Steph-like things happening out here?
Yeah.
The lead is 23. Collins. And Christie from the corner, who just came off the bench. So Clippers getting some play out of some of their second unit and beyond right now.
And I would think another minute or two, Steve Kerr will probably send Curry and Draymond Green to the bench.
Yeah, it's been a packed schedule to open up for Golden State. 5 games, first 8 days, couple of back-to-backs. This, the second night of a back-to-back. And the Clippers will call timeout to go to their bench once again. Yannick Conan Niederhauser coming in, Bogdan Bogdanovic as well. Look at that upcoming schedule on ESPN tomorrow. Cleveland and Boston, Lakers at Minnesota. NBA TV, Golden State. These Warriors taking on Giannis, who's been out of this world, and the Bucks. And Friday on Prime, Boston and Philadelphia, Lakers and Memphis. How about what Giannis has been able to do so far this year? Around the league, I mean, from him to Wemby and what he's doing right now,
man.
We're seeing some things that just do make you shake your head.
And that's why I said earlier that I know what I'm doing the next few nights.
Right. You're right.
Watching these games and these incredible players and teams. And as a fan, it has been just what a start to the season here thus far.
Well, we continue here in the fourth. It's been really good to be with you. First time kicking it off. Been great. Your impressions of what you've seen from Golden State, first of all, tonight.
Well, I had a chance to see them last week, opening night in Los Angeles. I think their depth, their defense, which also was #1 after the Jimmy Butler trade at last season. So their defense has continued to be top shelf. But offensively, they can score in a variety of ways. It's not all Stephen Curry going out and having big scoring games for them to win. Jimmy Butler, the improvement of Jonathan Kuminga, Moody, Podziemski, really a total team effort. And Mike Dunleavy Jr., you know, obviously continuing to go all in. That trade really set the table. You have some guys who've been around. The continuity's there. And so are the expectations.
I mentioned Yannick Conan Niederhauser in for the Clippers. Guy Santos in for Golden State. So going deeper to the bench right now as Collins gets fouled at the rim. How about the Clippers on the other side of it? You know, they were so good defensively last year, and that continues this season. Tonight they've given up 93 at this point to Golden State on the road, but the offense has been the problem tonight for the Clippers.
And it's kind of surprising if you really ask me. I mean, the Clippers shooting coming into this game had been tremendous. Just the efficiency, the effective field goal percentage. Obviously, the turnovers were a problem when we talked about that with Ty Lue before the game. But, you know, they just caught the Warriors on a night here where, you know, one, they brought tremendous energy, probably thinking about how they got swept in the season series last year by the Clippers. And this second half performance, great. Clippers will be fine. They will be in the mix. They got some things to work on with their execution, but I think they'll be fine when it's all said and done.
You got names like Kawhi Leonard and James Harden, and the depth that they have. A long season, it's going to play large, loom large. Long rebound to Horford, so it gives them 14 on the shot clock again. But you are trying to find your way and how things fit together right now. And no Bradley Beal tonight, too. Remember, he's out, did not play. Back soreness. Horford inside.
Yeah, I mean, and it makes a great point. You got a lot of new faces, a lot of new players coming in. The Warriors, really, they've only brought in Al Horford, you know, this offseason, you know, and so they have the continuity from last year after that Butler trade and familiarity, and so that is a tremendous advantage here at the start of the season.
Collins took it away. Bogdanovic had a tough night shooting. Brown with the finish straight down the lane.
And this is important. After this game for Golden State, they will play 10 of their next 12 games on the road. So mission accomplished these last 2 days at home, taking care of business contact there. No call.
Reminder coming up on NBA Showtime, presented by State Farm after the game. MJ, insights to excellence, so we hear from the great one. Why are you smiling?
Well, I mean, you know, as a Duke guy and a NC State guy,
I see.
you know,
I got you.
We're doing a promo for a Tar Heel, you know, but as we should. I love that series that he's done with Tarico, and great to be a teammate finally with Mr. Jordan.
Yes, exactly. Good way of looking at it. I like that. After having to guard him for 3 years of college, that was not fun.
I feel your pain. I had to guard him at times.
Well, attempts, not actually. Yeah.
Oh man.
Bogdanovic picks up the foul. I haven't seen the best of Bogdanovic tonight. Been off on the jumper.
Yeah, he's been off. He, you know, thus far has not made a shot from the field to start the season, and his jumper just not what we are accustomed to seeing from him.
Richard back on the floor. Pat Spencer played against his brother last night, by the way, in that matchup with the Memphis Grizzlies. Brother had 11 points. He had a chance at the end to hit a shot. They went one-on-one, brother to brother. All right, on cue, Bogdanovic.
There you go, Bogey.
He can heat up. We know that.
Oh, yeah. Played in Atlanta, was in Sacramento, and certainly a legend in FIBA for his country, Serbia.
So under 2 minutes here to close it out for Golden State. It was kicked, I believe. Yeah. Stays right here.
And a perfect game for Steve Kerr and his squad. You know, Stephen Curry only 25 minutes. Draymond Green 31 minutes. Butler only 32. So you didn't wear out your main core. Everybody contributed. I think you're going to see how this is how they're going to play this year, using the depth to their advantage. Obviously, taking care of business at home, a must.
On the floor as well for the Clippers now. Inside out they go. Christie gets it from beyond the arc.
Christie, a nice, smooth player. Brother Max Christie.
I'm just watching Jeff Van Gundy. He's still coaching his brains out on the sideline of the defense.
Oh, he is a lifer. And I thought he was a great broadcaster, but I love that he's back on the bench, contributing and helping teams reach their potential.
Loves the game. Richard, who's been a bright spot in the first week plus of the season, the man who helped win the national championship at Florida.
And hasn't played much in this game, but has gained the trust of Steve Kerr and the coaching staff. And just unlike maybe Moody and Kuminga, who when they were rookies, coming in, not having the kind of experience that Richard had, 4 years in college, winning a championship, just his energy, obviously he can shoot, kind of plug and play with him.
Yeah, and Steve Kerr really pointed it. He said, look, we learn to win. Right. Winning is winning. And you're part of a championship. It carries over, it can. How about this? Clippers in the second half, 29 points. Second half.
Yeah, that's shocking. And you have to give some credit there to Golden State. James Harden was so dominant there in that first half. 20 points, just could not get it going in the second half. And you know, really from the start, the defense, the intensity, turning the screws, getting the passing lanes, making them uncomfortable.
Bit of a statement win, though, for Golden State, don't you think? Second night of a back-to-back with the Clippers, who've been so dominant against them in the last couple of seasons.
Hey,
and the score at this point.
A divisional opponent. Team was in the hotel resting while the Warriors were playing last night. Now, as a player, you get mad at that.
Offensive basket interference. Yeah, I know, because it was going in, right?
You shoot the ball, and the ball's on the rim, and then your teammate goes up there. Offensive goaltending.
Pat Spencer saying, why'd you touch it? Why'd you do that?
You got to be smart, big fella.
That's a great story, too. Great lacrosse player. And then 1 year at Northwestern. Here he is playing basketball, and then here he is in the NBA.
Different paths to get here. Once you get here, that's staying here is all what it's all about.
So they're on their feet to close this out here in the Chase Center. Golden State with the win over their rival at home. First win since November 30th, 2023 against the Clippers.
That's shocking hearing you say that. It's been that long, but certainly an impressive performance. Second half, great defense. And as you said, Terry, a statement game from the Warriors against the Clippers.
98-79, the final score. And Grant Lippman standing by with Jimmy Butler. Grant?
Jimmy.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh. This is happening again.
They want to speak with you? Yes. He did shit today.
Jimmy, you held the Clippers to 79 points tonight. What was working so well defensively?
Challenging every shot, keeping them off the free throw line, and always help to be able to make shots so we can get back in transition.
Pods, Post, JK, Moody, so many of the young guys stepped up. What's how dangerous is this team when the depth steps up like that?
Very, very, very. It was like this before I got here. We always say strength in numbers. We have that. Guys are confident, smiling, happy, and playing some great basketball.
4-1 start to the season. The West, it's a gauntlet. How do you keep this going?
Keep winning, keep playing together, being together, good, bad, indifferent. I think that's the way we're going to do it.
All right. Thanks so much, Jimmy. I appreciate it. Great game. Back to you, Terry.
All right, Grant, thanks. And thank you for watching Coast to Coast Tuesday, presented by Kia. Stay right here for NBA Showtime, presented by State Farm with Maria and the group in the studio. For Grant Hill, Grant Lippman, I'm Terry Gannon. So long from the Chase Center, San Francisco.
Welcome to NBA Showtime, presented by State Farm.
So the Warriors outscored the Clippers 52-20 in the second half. They walk away with the victory, 98-79. Steph Curry, he had 19 points and made 2 threes. Welcome back inside the studio for NBA Showtime. Tonight, we're actually going to hear once again from Michael Jordan. Now, MJ played at least 80 games 11 times in his career, so Mike Tirico was pretty eager to hear his insights on a popular topic in today's NBA.
Jordan has pointed a spectacular hole. It is Michael Jordan time. Yes!
The term load management has become such a hot button in the NBA.
How I knew you were going to talk about that one?
Because you played 80 games a lot. You played 82. What do you think of when you hear the term load management thrown around?
It shouldn't be needed, first and foremost. You know, I never wanted to miss a game because it was an opportunity to prove. It was something that I felt like, you know, the fans are there to watch me play. I want to impress that guy way up on top who probably worked his ass off to get a ticket or to get money to buy the ticket.
You really cared about the guy who sat in the top deck at the Palace in Auburn Hills to watch you when you came to Detroit?
Yeah, because I know he's probably yelling at me, and I want to shut him up. You know, he's calling me all kinds of names. I definitely want to shut him up.
Right.
You have a duty that if they're wanting to see you, and as an entertainer, I want to show, right? So if the guys are coming to watch me play, I don't want to miss that opportunity. Now, physically, if I can't do it, then I can't do it. But physically, if I can do it, and I just don't feel like doing it, that's a whole different lens.
So give me the first time that you came to that fork in the road in your career where you could have sat down and missed a game, but you fought through.
Started my career.
Okay.
I twist my ankle. And I had a teammate. He says, "You twist your ankle, young fella. Come over and sit with me. You know, this is you need to." I said, "No, man. I'm trying to make a name for myself. There's no way I can sit. You know, I need to get out there and show what I'm capable of. I want to play. I want to win. I want to make an impact." And I twisted my ankle. I taped it up, and I went back out, and I played. I always felt that. I always felt the necessary need that I could never leave my comrades out if I could perform, right? Even if I couldn't. Utah, great example. You know, everybody said the flu game. It's game 5, which is a very pivotal game. I was going to find a way to get out there, even if I was a decoy. Well, once I got out there, you never know how, pushing yourself, you never know what happens, right?
So that night you got out there and you found you could do more than you thought you were going to be able to.
Next thing you know, the emotions, the situation, the need of the team, all those things catapulted me to, I'm going to gut this thing out. Back to your point of what load management is, you play basketball 2.5 hours a day, 3 hours a day, right? That's your job. That's what you get paid to do as an NBA player. What are you doing the other 21 hours? I mean, to me, that's when you should be preparing for your next day of work or your next, challenge. Now, I'm the worst. Maybe I'm not one of the guys that you would probably model that, or
I was going to say, did you do that every time?
But you should think about that in retrospect of what load management really is. I always felt like one is a sense of pride for the fans that are paying.
Right.
Two is a sense of making sure that I stay sharp. I'm not going to lose it. And three, I want our rhythm as a team to always be there. It can disrupt that synergy that's happening.
Listen, we're going to have more of MJ's insights to excellence over the course of the season, but it's so interesting to hear him talking about load management and just the fact that it didn't cross his mind. Like, no matter what happened, my boy was going to strap up and show up and play a game.
NBC should have load managed me tonight. 1:30 in the morning.
It's a little late for you, and you are pulling a back-to-back, but apparently you're taking off for 3 weeks, so we're not going to start with you. We're going to manage your load. Let's go over here.
Way to hold it down.
You like that?
Way to hold it down. Way to hold it down.
Your reaction to hearing what Mike said?
It's hard coming from MJ to talk about load management. He was one of a kind when it came to that. He was one of a kind when it came to just how he approached the game, how he wanted to compete every possession, every day, all day. To tell him to sit out, you couldn't get away with that. Today, I understand why people do it, why teams do it, why guys want to preserve their bodies. I don't want to get into the 82 games in a long season. It is a long season, and we go through lulls as players throughout the season, but only when you take advantage of the load management is when I have an issue with it. If you're doing it to preserve your body and for certain parts of the season, or you want to be fresher down the end of the season, if you hurt, sit out.
Right.
If you're not, go out there and play. Let guys who really need the rest and load management take advantage of the load management. Outside of that, you should be out there playing in the game.
So, cuz, you played 20 years. 22.
He took a lot of load management, Chad. That was...
Load management? You wish you could have done load management?
I came into the game knowing that you want to play as many games as possible. That's just
Of course. That's your mentality coming in. I'm saying, because you dealt with injuries...
I still wanted to play. Even on the back end when I was in my 40s playing, even at 43, and they were trying to manage me to keep me, able to play as many games as possible. I was like, no, don't do that. That's not what I was used to. But I prepared myself for what the grind of an NBA season looked like. Yeah. And remember, at those times, particularly MJ's times, like you mentioned, he played 11 years of 80 games. You prepared yourself for that, right? And that was also what was expected at that time.
Yeah.
Like, guys came into the league to play. Like, it wasn't, man, if you played 60 games, like, you were viewed differently.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say, dare I say soft, but like you were viewed differently.
Especially at that time.
I'm trying to get 75, 80 games. So we came into that time of, the late 90s of, no, you trying to play as many games.
You had real Iron Man. Karl Malone, John Stockton, you
Yeah.
had guys playing 82 games and going deep into the playoffs and doing that.
And then
that was the example that was set for us.
Yeah.
Repeat, rinse.
Yeah, but it sounds like you're on the other end of the spectrum a little bit.
I understand both sides of it because I try to play every game, right? But then looking back on my career and now load management is in place, do I wish I had? Yeah, absolutely, because I wanted to be playing longer in my prime. I didn't get that many years in my prime, right? So I had 3 years in Toronto as a young pup trying to learn the game, then 7 solid years as a prime player. I wish I had more of that on the back end of my career, which it got derailed by
But
injury.
would you say some of that is injury-based and not really the load management? Like, you had injuries. Like, that's just a reality.
Yeah,
and it's a unfortunate
but
thing
my
for the
load,
story.
my load in Orlando was heavy, very heavy, right? I mean, being a teammate of Grant Hill, and we know, the situation with him. So, yeah, I had a
So
heavy load.
maybe the conversation could be usage versus load management.
And
Like
how you use it.
MJ was kind of talking a little bit about like being at Detroit, and he wanted to play because he knows a kid might be coming there, like to see LeBron or something like that. But maybe if coaches view usage a little bit different, we have the conversation about the Knicks and the philosophy of Mike Brown. Like maybe does that change the thing?
So if I'm playing, I'm playing.
Yeah.
I ain't no usage and trying to hold me back. Now, if I'm out there, I got to play.
And my thing, go ahead. No, my thing is if that's the case, if you're trying to manage usage, pull that from somewhere else. Practice.
Yeah.
How you do that, how you view that, your
Good
time.
point.
Because remember, back in those days, we were practicing 3 hours. And training camps were different.
Tape shoot-arounds.
I had tape shoot-arounds.
Mello probably ain't do that.
You didn't have
Look
to.
at Melo. He's like, don't look over here with that. He said, that's the 97 draft. Ain't nobody doing all that.
Yeah, but that was the thing. And remember, training camps were, you had back-to-backs a lot. So you were going into regular season coming fresh off a back-to-back. So it was just different. But if you manage it properly, meaning as an organization and as a player.
Hold on, let me take it a step further.
Wait a minute, real quick. Sometimes you don't have to go out because you have to make that decision. What do you want to do?
Let me take it a step further. Wasn't it your rookie or your second year where we played
Threes,
back to
triples.
back to back? We played trips.
We played triples my rookie
We
year.
had that one year, the lockout year.
The lockout year.
It's I get it. For me, I played kind of recently, right? So I understood the mentality of the load management. I understood the conversation and the dialogue.
But did you enjoy it when they tried to manage your load?
No, because I was different.
We all different up here.
It's late.
Honestly, I was a little different. Right? I wanted to play. I'm a gym rat. I'm in there. I'm hurt or not, I wanted to play. But you also understand, again, the science of it. You understand the analytics of it. You understand what actually happens. When you come together, when the training staff and everybody and the players and the coaches sit down and say, we're going to formulate a plan around this player to preserve him for the whole season, yes, I'm with that. If we saying, hey, Joel, you're not going to play back-to-backs, Lonzo Ball, you're not going to play I'm cool with that. But I just don't like the fact that guys, it's a regular thing now. It's cool to sit out now. It's just cool just to do it. You play tonight, and then next couple of days you don't play, and then you out for 2 days and you play. I don't agree with that.
Give me a reason, like a Joel Embiid.
Yes.
We understand that, but if you're fresh, you're healthy.
Yeah.
You're
You wanna
second
see
or
him
third year, fourth year, like, come on now.
Yeah.
Like, load manage, nah.
And honestly, at the end of the day, we're going to see the impact of load management for years to come. We'll see how long players' careers currently will last, and that's something that we'll keep
When
an
done
eye
right.
on.
When done right, yes.
If the sports science is applied in the appropriate way. All right, we saw the Warriors get the victory over the Clippers. Grant Liffman, he was in the building, had a chance to catch up with Steph Curry afterwards. Let's listen into the post-game interview.
All right, Steph, you break a streak, 7-game losing streak to the Clippers. I don't know if you knew that. Did you know that? Well, you broke it tonight. What were the keys to this one?
It's a defensive effort. They made a run. We got to a great start. And back-to-back, you knew that a run was coming. They closed the second quarter strong. But our third quarter execution, we took care of the ball. Anytime you keep a high-powered offense like that, the 79, it's usually going to work in your favor. So it was a great defensive performance.
When the team is clicking, let's say in the third quarter and even the whole second half, what is the identity of this team?
It's high IQ basketball. We know myself and Jimmy on the offensive end can try to get us organized and get some good shot creation. Draymond on both ends of the floor, but especially him quarterbacking our defense. But we played 11 guys in our normal rotation, and everybody who's out there just understands patterns and the energy that we're trying to play with, and good things happen.
every night in the West, it's a tough game, right? The Clippers are stacked, so are so many other teams. But, how do you balance playing like this, playing this hard every single night, while also trying to maintain and be your best at the end of a season?
Everybody's got to do it. 82 for a reason. And some nights it's more mental than physical. Portland last, or whatever it was, a couple of games ago, we let go of the rope mentally and gave them a lot of momentum. Tonight was the exact opposite. Even though they made a run, we stayed in it. And that's going to be a test, like you said, every night. Up and down the standings in the West. Bring it on.
Thanks, Steph.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks, Grant. Listen, the Warriors brought their defense on, too, because the Clippers scoring their fewest points since 2021, only 79 points. And it was a low-scoring affair anyway. Remember, we looked at the box score at halftime, and T-Mac was over here like, it's nasty, child. I don't know what's going on. But we did, that's exactly what he said.
You sound just like him.
He said it just like that.
I did.
Okay, but Harden in the second half, 0 points. And remember, he was scoring. He had 20 in the first half. What changed defensively? What did you see the Warriors do in the second half?
Smothering defense, right? This is what these guys are always going to be mid or at the top in defense efficiency and offense efficiency, right? It looks like tonight in that second half, they use like defense on the string. There's a product out there, my girl Jennifer Spelling, giving a shout out, that has a product called Defense String. It teaches you all 5 guys to be moving in the same, accord. It looked like they were on that tonight because when James Harden, no assists?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
That's wild.
He's one of the best pick and roll and playmakers in our game, and for him to have no assists tells you everything you need to. Okay, one assist,
3 turnovers.
When Zubac is like his guy, his outlet guy, like Luka uses, the bigs. James does that as well. So this is championship level defense right here.
You talked about 79 points. They're allowing opponents 124 points this year so far. So that says a lot about their defense, trying to figure out how they can get stops. Because, offensively, they're so efficient and they're very capable of putting up points in bunches. And you see here defensively, it was a low-scoring game, so it played into their hands. But here it is, challenging every shot. Nothing is free. The effort, like you said, Podziemski says, nah, here's another one. Defensive, you see the string. Everybody is trying to get their feet in the paint now, contesting, attacking, getting in the passing lanes leads to easy buckets. Once again, just getting steals. You see, I'm not gonna say it, deflection, great deflection.
Great deflection.
Which leads to yet another layup. They're all layups. I mean, you're creating easy baskets where you don't have to play in half court against the Clippers, who have great on-ball defenders themselves. They don't have to run and play. Just get out and run after steals. And that's the one thing I think that was the game changer for them is, yes, they didn't kill you with shooting the three. What they shoot from three?
A lot.
37, 38%. Yeah. But like their defense turned to easy baskets.
They shot 36% from the field, 18% from 3. They only knocked down 6 threes. So that's the defense on a string that you're talking about, too.
Yeah, I mean,
able to get it off.
The thing is it's not going to be perfect every single time. How you plan, you strategize, it's not going to be perfect. But the thing is, when it doesn't go your way, the energy and the extra effort is what they were showing in some of those clips, right? So,
no, I agree with what both of you guys are saying. I take my hat off to the Golden State Warriors. When you talk about winning and understanding your assignment and paying attention to details, this is what we saw tonight. You saw Draymond locked in. All angles, he was all over the court. When you get Draymond and Jimmy Butler on the defensive end locking in, that means they communicating.
Chaos.
That is chaos. I said that pregame. You get physicality. You get a toughness that they showed out there today. And now Steph can go out there and do what he do, and then the young guys can go out there and contribute too. We're seeing Kuminga picking up James
full court.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course, that weighs on you. If you could score 20, 25 in the first half, to do that for 35, 40 minutes, that's difficult to do. And I think that's what we saw in the second half.
Yeah, that young energy that we talked about. Remember, these are two of the most veteran. We weren't saying old in here because we didn't want to offend nobody on the set. But they're experienced. But that young energy that we talk about with Jonathan coming in, what does that mean and what is he going to be able to bring? But it was defensively today against the Grizzlies. It was scoring, by the way, because he had 25 points and Steph only had 16. It's been fun to watch how he's adjusting and figuring out the role that he's supposed to play on the Warriors. All right, so the Warriors get the win in the nightcap. When we were awake and T-Mac wasn't yawning the whole time, we were watching the Knicks play the Bucks. That's how we started NBA Showtime, okay?
He must see TV. I'm telling you, both of them actually.
Hey, Ben Stiller, let's get game today, Ben Stiller. It's a good game.
Okay? So was Jalen Brunson to start this game.
I hope he's all right, man. I hope JB is all right.
Yeah, we saw him go down. We'll show you that in the highlight in a little bit. The Knicks led by 12 at halftime, though, guys.
Great ball movement right there. Great basketball.
It's good to see him on the receiving end of an assist.
This is when Giannis starts to take over.
Yeah.
Bucks were down 5 here, and it seemed like the tide was changing.
I'm here. Gary Trent, Giannis, I'm right here.
Just imposing his will on this game in that second half. Offensive rebounds, getting out in transition and making plays for his team.
He said, this is my ish right here, okay? Kevin Porter Jr.
Right
not here, not in the game. So guess who steps up? Ryan Ross. I did not say
my
the word.
God.
Double R.
I like that.
Double R.
I like that.
No, he earned that name.
Yeah, I like that, Bill.
That name.
We call it a double R from now on.
I like that. 25 points, a career high for Rollins. Giannis got him spinning in the spin cycle. We hated to see this. Jalen Brunson actually was injured on the play before. Melo pointed out when we were watching the game, and then we saw him going down hard here on the replay. He took a break, went over to the sideline. He was able to come back in, but you just never want to see that when you're 4 games in.
Yeah, once that growing goes and your hamstring goes, it's tough.
You hate to see a star player like that who's been playing great basketball, averaging 30 a game, leading his team. Here's a Knicks team, like you've said from the beginning, has the opportunity to compete in the East.
Yeah, and Giannis is out here like, who y'all been talking about? Apparently not me enough. 37 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Taking a look.
Man,
look at where all the shots are coming from. You like that?
That is dominant. Yes, absolutely.
Right there.
You just want to see 20 little Giannis's inside the paint.
Yeah, and one Giannis around that 3-point line. That's it.
4 shots for the free throw line.
That's it.
In the free throw line area.
That's a great recipe for Milwaukee.
But then,
oh gosh, man.
Okay,
to
so
get that every night consistently. And
y'all, we call that little toy the sandbox. Giannis, every time you come in the sandbox, you play in the paint. Okay?
Clear.
76ers taking on the Wizards here. Philly was down 19 in the 3rd quarter in this one.
Man, shout out to Philly, man, because they getting themselves together. Maxey is stepping up. Maxey is showing you, listen, this is my mind, right? This is mine, right?
Man, can be a very, very dynamic backcourt in the league.
VJ, don't even trip about tonight, VJ. It's a long season.
Okay, Maxey had 23 points in the 4th and overtime. Embiid did not play in the overtime.
You had a damn boner.
Yep. Aiden Bona. He's playing for Embiid
CJ,
and balling,
you gotta throw that up high, CJ.
76ers get the win. They battled back, like I said, from down 19, 139 to 134 in OT. Kings taking on Oklahoma City.
Yeah, Brody.
Oh.
What we doing, Brody?
What is he doing?
Knock down. Give me 3.
Done.
Bang.
Tell him to close out, bro.
Give me 3.
Tell him to close out, bro.
Should he do it from the same spot?
Yes, sir.
Why not?
One more time?
Get to the corner.
Tell him to close out, Brody.
This is what we do.
Remember, he signed with the Kings on October 16th. He had 16 points in this one.
Zach LaVine been playing phenomenal this first couple games. Shout out to Zach, man.
23 points for LaVine, and then it was just time for Shea to take over.
OKC took over.
Yeah, they just took over here.
Ball movement.
Alex Caruso.
Big time.
The ball is finding the open player and they're knocking down shots, making you pay.
And the guy who's going to ice it is who?
It's closing.
MVP.
Yep.
Shay.
Sugar Shea. 107 to 101.
Only you, again, only you.
I can say whatever I want, okay? Okay, who ended up the DraftKings Sportsbook King of the Court with the most points and rebounds and assists across the association? Giannis and Tyrese Maxey. They're at the top. How about that? All right, we still have more highlights to get you. We got the Warriors and the Clippers game. We want to walk you through how they were able to get the victory. They were down 3 at the half and turned it around with some defense. We got that breakdown coming your way after this.
So I always, when I went to McDonald's, I'll get a fish sandwich or some nuggets. But on my fish sandwich, I put barbecue sauce on it.
Okay.
And tartar sauce. I add the barbecue sauce. It gives it a different flavor.
When you gotta put that much barbecue sauce on a fish sandwich, don't eat it.
Hey, man, it hasn't killed me. I'm in great shape, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, man.
Okay, that was this summer. This is tonight.
This is crazy.
We got the barbecue sauce. We got the fish
this
sandwich.
is crazy.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
I mean,
I loved it.
Prove it.
Because you know when they start dancing.
Hey,
When they start hitting the bang can bounce, you know it must be real good.
Yeah.
Oh, was it that good? We still literally 8 down. Yeah. When we're here for a late night, the only way we can keep T-Mac up is with nuggets or a fish sandwich or something. That was the only way. But you tasted it. Was it good?
Sauce.
You tasted it.
I tasted the fish fillet sandwich with the barbecue sauce. It wasn't bad.
Thank you, man.
I will say, I gave him a lot of, he caught a lot of flack for that,
nothing.
but it's not bad.
Yep. All right. Good. Let's get into the highlights. I got nothing else to say about that. Appreciate you being a good sport, though. Clippers and the Warriors, the nightcap on our first NBA coast to coast. So we get Steph and we get Harden.
Yeah.
Let's start with a Steph.
Take this
Curry.
with you.
Yep.
Get up.
Take that with you, Zubac. You're too late.
Hey, Clippers, you on NBC tonight. Just saying.
They wanted old school NBC basketball.
They did. 98.
A low scoring affair.
79 and 98.
That's what they wanted.
I love the Kuminga hustle, man.
Y'all, we're talking about a defense turning into offense.
Yeah, this was a defensive game tonight for the Warriors.
Like, I don't know what Kuminga does great. He does a lot of things well, which is, I think that's good for this team and what they need. Like, you can put him in so many different spots to have an impact on the floor.
Yeah. James Harden, y'all, he had 20 points in the first half. He was pretty much on fire.
Jimmy buckets off 2 feet. Hey, kids out there, learn how to play off 2 feet.
It's a big deal to Melo.
It's a big deal. Learn how to play off 2 feet.
It's a big deal to us. Off the steal again. Here goes the offense.
Hey, this is where they just most dangerous.
I mean, listen,
you get in transition. You got Steph out there. You don't know if you're going to pull up from half court, so you got to extend your defense. You just don't know.
The Warriors dictated the whole pace today of this game.
Man, if this big fella can shoot like that,
shout out to Post.
Driving lanes are going to be so wide open for these guys to just beat their man.
Come here. Mortal Kombat.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
What you about to say?
What are you about to say?
Let
Let me put all my papers down. What are you about to say?
Hot take T.
I know it's early.
Okay.
Hot take T.
But Golden State, look out.
Oh, that's not a hot take.
No.
Okay.
We didn't talk about them in preseason about championship.
Yes.
I'm talking.
Golden State.
I'm about
championship.
They gonna creep in there.
Yeah.
And be a contender.
They look good, man.
Yes.
They look focused.
Okay.
I like
We'll take that. How many weeks you off now? Load
management.
Load management. All right, it's been a beautiful night on NBA Coast to Coast. We had the Warriors and the Clippers closing it out for us. Warriors battle back in the second half. We will see you again on Monday.
Oh my God.
Thanks for joining us.
Good night.
Лучи заката лежат на поле, жаты жить моты розовая объята. Трава не кошеная, межи ни ветерка, ни крика птицы. Над рощей красной тисклуны и замирает песня жницы среди дичи. Тепло заботы и печали, умчись без цели на коне. В туманы в луговые дали, навстречу ночи и луне. Последние лучи заката лежат на поле, сжаты жи. Дремоты розовой объята. Трава не кошеная, межи. Ни ветерка, ни крика птицы. Над рощей красной тисклуны и замирает песня жницы среди вечерней тишины. Забыть заботы и печали, умчись без цели на коне. В туманы луговые дали, навстречу ночи и луне.
вернулась, воротилась.